What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Hey, listen, I think everybody needs to listen to this video. Q Banks teaches Calvin, the new trader, how to make $10,000 in one trade. Honestly, I think it's really helped me as a trader kind of capitalize on this video and kind of expand my thinking and how and what pairs I trade and why I am trading slower pairs. Is it because of the fear of me losing when I'm trading volatility pairs? Or is it because I'm just very comfortable trading their slower pairs? But I'm going to react to this video. I got some things and thoughts I wanted to kind of enhance on at the end. But let's go ahead and play this video and see what Q Banks had to say about it.
One thing I'm curious to know, Q, is that how do you handle emotionally scaling up in terms of your withdrawals and your profits, right? So for you, was that like an automatic process, like you just got used to it after a while? Or was it like, okay, I've been hitting this certain number for so long, let me try to scale my lot sizes up? Or was it like literally just, okay, like this is a trade, I see it, I think it's gonna go, I'm gonna double down here, and then boom, you have a big day? Because for me personally, I just wanna share where I'm at. I've had some good days, right?
But like, what's a good day?
Okay, yeah, so for me, like a 3 to 5K days,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But my goal is that 10K a day. Like I want to hit 5 figures in a day yet. I've been seesawing with it a little bit.
I mean, but like, what pair are you trading? Like what's
Okay,
your lot
yeah.
size?
So I trade AU. I trade USD Chef, Euro USD, and sometimes I dabble with GU.
Okay, so for one, all those pairs suck.
All right. So the first thing that comes out of Q's mouth is, for one, those pairs sucks. All right, those pairs suck. And I kind of agree. I've been trading pairs like AU and GU for a very long time, and I have been profitable from those pairs. But to be honest, they don't have a lot of the movement that I would actually like on the kind of pairs that I like to trade, which is like GJ and gold. Anytime I have traded GJ and gold and have profited from them, I've got massive wins. But this is the reason why I believe I agree with Q Banks on this part. Listen.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
AU is my starting pair. Obviously, this can happen on AU, 20 pips. It doesn't make sense, right? You're playing with slow money, technically.
Right, and it's so true. Like, every single time I'm in like an AU trade, it's like, wow, I'm only up 5 pips, and it's gone like, it looked like it's gone like darn 50 pips on one candle, but you're only up like 5 pips. It's insane.
USD Chef, a sporadic pair. Very, very sporadic. It doesn't really have too much consistency and that kind of stuff. I traded that pair for a couple weeks, wasn't really impressed. AU, I traded for an entire year until I got consistent, and then I went to UJ. Okay. So I would personally say I would recommend you, or even like look into UJ at least, because that pair is a little bit faster. It pays you a little bit more also. So the same amount of efforts that you're actually putting with AU and to analyze AU and GU and that kind of stuff, you can put that same amount of efforts into UJ and make a lot more money. So like I said on like this webinar that I did like last night, like I had said, it's not that you're a bad trader, but sometimes you're just trading the wrong pair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like you could be doing okay at one pair, but then you go over to a next pair and then you can do an insane amount. You know what I'm saying? Because even like whenever I had transitioned into, let's say, AU to UJ, UJ to I think GJ or XRP, then XRP to gold, and gold to US 30.
Right. So I'm guessing I'm just going to be reacting to this video as I'm going about it. But it's a good point. Like, you have a really good strategy and you're trading a slower instrument with a really good strategy that's not really making you money, right? However, I guess the bigger question is, how much money do you want to make in a day, right? So if you have a big account and all you're looking, let's just say you have a 500K account, right? Let's just go with prop firms, since everybody's trading prop firms these days. And let's just say, since you have a 500K account, you're only going to risk 1% to make 1%, okay? I mean, $5,000 in a day, hey, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Especially on a slower pair. I would take that all day. So in this kind of scenario, for me, I'd rather take the slower pair just because in my way of thinking, I'm playing it more safe, right? But it is true, if you want to make a lot more money and you really want to capitalize on your gains and you can take your strategy to a volatile pair, he is right. A lot of times those pairs will take off, and instead of being up 10 pips within like 30 minutes to an hour on AUD USD or some other pair, you can be up like 50, 60 pips within time frame. So, I mean, it's something really good to think about.
Over time, you have to kind of like make that transition to like, you know, get on a pair that's a little bit faster. And I feel like that's very, very important to actually time, because if you don't time it right, then you will find yourself like in like on a slow pair for a couple of years when you could have been making a lot more money, you know, analyzing a next pair.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very big on trying to force yourself to level up. Even if you're making like 5K days, like is it 5K days with one trade or like?
Yeah, just one trade with multiple positions.
Okay, yeah, like one trade setup, but multiple. Okay, so like that same concept with a different pair could make you that 10K day. Put it that way. Like if you're trying to actually do that with AU, it's not going to really happen no time soon, because there's not really too much moves on AU to the point that could actually make that happen.
Yeah.
With the kind of losses that you're actually using.
Yeah.
You might have to.
So I'm getting this. So basically, I don't think any of what he's saying would apply if Calvin wanted to stay at a 5K day. This is making a lot more sense is what he's saying. He's saying if you want to make more money, right? Consistently, in my opinion, this is where I'm getting at. It's best that you level up on a volatile pair instead of messing with those slower pairs. The reason why you might not see those 10K a day is because you're messing with these slower pairs that may not even make it to the amount of pips you want it to amount to in a day or even a week. And all of a sudden, you're expecting to get a lot more money from a slower pair, when in reality, it's not going to bring you that, right? So Q Banks is basically saying, if you really want to level up and make a lot more money that you're probably missing out on, you need to take a step. In my opinion, I'm going to say it, a step of faith, get to a volatile pair, so that way you'll be able to make more money.
Which is 5, 10.
Yeah. You might have to scale up a little bit more, or even scale in a bit more positions to even get that 10K. But like I said, applying that same effort to a different pair, that can make you that 10K day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So my issue with US 30 is it scares me.
No. But you're not there yet. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But you have to get to.
I like how he says you're not there yet. So in other words, I don't think he's saying you need to hurry up and convert to a faster volatile pair. I believe what Q Banks is saying here is like work your way up to that. All right. If you're not consistently profitable on a slower pair, there's no way you'll be consistently profitable on a faster pair. I'm just being honest, and that's so true. So work your way up to that, and he's going to give you some. I'm going to stop pausing.
Point. With US 30, like the same amount of efforts, and I realized the same amount of efforts that I was using to analyze gold, and at that point I was hitting like a 50K day on gold. I hit my first 100K day on gold also, and I was like, I put that same effort that I was analyzing on gold on 30, and I was making 200K days at times.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like that same effort. So it's not like you have to put in more work and everything. At times it's just a pair that you're trading to actually break that barrier. Like at times, like 5K is the barrier for AU, but like that 10K trade could easily be done on a different pair.
All right, so I'm gonna pause it here. So that's what's separating everything from. This is the reason why I really want to trade more volatile pairs. I have been trading them, but I have not been as confident, because what I'm doing is I'm mixing up my thoughts, saying, "Oh, because I'm trading a slower pair, I'm only, since my risk management is only allowing my slower pair to be 10 pip stop loss. When I go on gold or GJ, I'm saying like, oh, I have to, do the same thing, right? No, necessarily you don't. You have to give the same effort. If you really want a 10 pip stop loss, then treat it as a 10 pip stop loss the same way you would on a slower pair, but just be mindful where you're entering at. Okay. Now, more than likely, I probably have a bigger time frame, a bigger stop loss on volatile pairs, because sometimes they like to whipsaw. But what he is saying is like the same amount of effort you putting into the slow pair should be the same amount of effort you put into this volatile pair over here. And more than likely, it will give you a lot more pips and a lot more profit than you put in all your effort into the slow pair that's probably going to end up nowhere.
So I need to switch pairs.
So growth-wise, I always recommend it. If you're staying with one pair for too long, then you're never going to know that there's more of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm very big on,
So you've seen the growth in your days based on the instruments you were trading.
100%. Like I hit like my on AU like back in the past and everything. I'll show you the screenshots from AU back in 2015, 2014. Like I was hitting those 5K days, 8K days, and that kind of stuff. On AU, but I was going very, very hard at my lot sizes. And then with UJ, my biggest days were a 30K week. Cool. Like that was on one trade setup overall. On XRP was the $74,000 from $1,000 in 1 week on XRP. After that, switch again, 100K a day, 100K day trade on gold, all right? And obviously I had like the $450,000 trade on US 30.
Wow.
So it's kind of like all those pairs pretty much, I still put in the same amount of effort, but just a different pair, a different instrument to actually give me the kind of payout that I'm expecting with the same amount of work. So like that one switch changes everything.
Wow.
Like you'll never realize that like those milestones are so close because you're on one pair the entire time.
You got me thinking.
I mean,
That's some good advice, though.
I mean,
We got Calvin thinking. When you get Calvin thinking, that's how you know it's some good advice. I mean, it's so true. Like the same amount of work you're putting in this one pair, you could be putting into this other pair that can make you a lot more money. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and I know a lot of people are probably going to disagree with him on this, but it's just so true, and he's experienced this himself. And I think what keeps us from trading more volatile pairs is fear. We're just afraid of losing, right? Because the dopamine of winning feels so good, but when it comes to losing, it doesn't feel so good. Q Banks never said you weren't going to lose. He's just basically saying, look, man, you're putting all your effort in this basket over here. You put as much effort over here in this basket. Imagine how much more. I'm just saying. Let's continue on.
it's great advice because I did it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm telling you from experience.
video is
I'm
wild.
not just talking out my ass. Like that's like that one switch can actually make you hit those milestones a lot sooner than you can even expect.
That's
But
crazy.
you have to actually be open to scaling a bit harder at times. You know what I'm saying? Like learn on how to actually scale in correctly because some people don't even know how to actually put in 3 positions in one trade at times. You know what I'm saying? Like doing all of that to the point that you could actually scale the account very, very smooth and not feel like you're over leveraging and that kind of stuff. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
So when you're scaling, I heard you mention before, you put your biggest lot size on last, or you put your biggest lot size on first?
What makes sense to you? Because that's a common question.
Yeah.
That's
So,
like
all right. So I'm gonna tell you how I do it.
So look
When-
at this. Hold on, I'll show you something. real
Yeah.
quick. So you can see the concept. Okay. Like for example, on top. Looks
Okay.
on top.
So this is a sale.
Up there's a 2 lot. Every other thing is a 1 lot.
Correct.
The heaviest is at the top because that pretty
yeah.
much makes the entire trade.
Correct.
That actually handles the entire trade.
Correct.
If you put the heaviest on bottom, one little pullback and then that's gonna
Take you out.
kill your margin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you actually make the
That's so
highest
true.
and heaviest lot size order on like the best trade.
And that right there is for you guys who like to get in really late and expect the market to go your direction. And then once the market starts pulling back on you, and especially when it's past your entry, you're in margin trouble or you're in heavy drawdown. That's why it's so important to really stick to your rules when it comes to trading, because when you people say it don't really matter where you enter. In my opinion, yes, it does. Unless you are a swing trader with a big stop loss, then yeah, this probably doesn't really apply to you much because you're willing to handle the drawdown. But for some of you guys who really want a good risk to reward, and you want the most out of that trade, yeah, it's probably better for you to put your higher lot size at the start of your trade. And as the trade is going, whether it's going down, that's for example, since I'm doing this, if it's selling, you want to you want to stack on your positions with smaller trades.
Position. At that point, it pretty much handles the entire trade. So if you do want to scale in with a small lot size, you can. Also, you can also handle all the drawbacks if needed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So at the same time,
That's
like
smart.
it's always the heaviest on top because that pretty much controls the entire trade.
I love it.
Yeah, but that has to be on a position that you actually feel super confident in, and you have enough confirmation to even put that higher lot size. You know what I'm saying? So it pretty much like just it's pinpointed based on like how precise can you get to the point that you feel comfortable with even putting that bigger lot size to then, you know, scaling after that with a smaller lot size.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So I love this right now
Yeah.
because it's a teacher moment.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, you broke my paradigm when
Yeah.
you was like, yo, you need to change your instruments.
No.
I
And-
like that.
No, because I'm telling you, because I've been through those peers.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I like what Q Bank says here. I'm telling you that because I've been through those pairs. Guys, he's not telling you something he doesn't know. He's telling you what he's experienced. I think a lot of times people would give off information that sounds good versus information based off experience, right? I mean, Q Banks is not sitting here saying, I just want you to make a lot of money. He's basically saying by experience and by me putting in the work, and I'm transferring the work that I'm putting in over here on these slower pairs to the larger volatility pairs, that's now making a bigger difference in my life when it comes to trading. I mean, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
I understand where you are. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like great weeks and everything on AU. Like, of course, like I became consistent from AU, you know? But eventually you have to grow, you know?
Yeah.
And then to grow, you got to pretty much, you know, dabble in something different to actually give you those new opportunities and that kind of stuff that you're looking for.
What's up, traders? It's your boy Calvin here. I hope you enjoy.
All right, so I just want to go ahead and stop the video there. But my thoughts on this whole video was, it really got me thinking. And I'm gonna be honest, because I trade Australian US dollar, I trade GBP USD, I trade GBP JPY and gold, but very, very less do I trade those pairs, and I trade the slower pairs more. And I was talking to my friend about this today, actually. It's so true. The reason why I probably don't trade volatile pairs is because I'm afraid to get out of my comfort zone and I not do so well with the volatile pairs. When in reality, I've traded volatile pairs and done very well in them. But because of fear, it keeps you comfortable in trading the slower pairs that may not make you as much. And to be honest, may frustrate you more because you might be holding it for maybe a 1 to 3, and then all of a sudden it goes a 1 to 2 and just like jots back on you, right? Now, I'm not saying that AU and GU is a bad pair, but when it comes to volatility, it's probably not the best. Plus, a friend of mine says when it comes to the Brexit versus the US dollar, you never know fundamentally what can happen. It's just like GU sometimes is just in this confusion, the state of confusion. So like and subscribe if you guys like this video. I'm gonna be honest, man, it's really challenged me to level up some. So I hope you guys like this video, and this is what I'm gonna say now. I'm gonna say, if you personally are not consistently profitable, don't even try it, okay? What I mean by that, I'm not saying if you haven't profited, I'm talking about consistently profitable, meaning if you're not really good at even trading AU or EU or these slower pairs and you're just struggling as a trader, do not go into these volatility pairs. What you need to do is work your way up to them. When you get really good at a strategy, when you can see the consistent profits or at least the consistent work of your trading style to these slower pairs, then you can move on to the biggest pairs. My name is Jonah Green. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.